Callum, Design Director for Jaguar Cars.
Ian, what are we looking at over here?
Well, we've got the XFR. This is a new 510 horsepower Jaguar, and really is a milestone for Jaguar in that we really are producing a super fast sedan in a way that we've never done before. Visually, from my point of view, we've got a new front end of the car. You notice the rest of the car is very familiar to the XFR, but we have the deeper front end. It's about 30 millimetres deeper than the standard car. Larger air intakes, which are very important from a physical point of view, from the physics of the car, and just generally a much stronger stance on the whole front end. You will see the graphics of this car coming towards you quite clearly. When you get onto the hood top, or the bonnet as we call it, you know, there's supercharged vents in there, and they're functional. We do need these because this engine is obviously a very powerful engine. We need to get rid of the heat somewhere through the bonnet top. So that's very important to the whole character of the car. Then coming through the car, we have new mirrors on the car which are more aerodynamic, and we have these lovely LED details on it, which is much nicer than the previous ones we had, and the aerodynamic shape naturally makes the mirror look much more sophisticated. We also have in the lower half of the car a new sill. The sill not only visually brings the car lower to the ground, which helps the car to be planted, but it actually helps the aerodynamics too. So the aerodynamics plays a big part in this vehicle.
Did you put this back in the wind tunnel when you did?
Oh yes, absolutely. Went back in the wind tunnel, and we did a lot of testing on it with the various aspects of the car. And it wasn't so much about getting the CD down, it's to get the stability absolutely right, because it's a very fast car.
Yeah, you don't want to be rolling over in this car.
You do not, and certainly, you know, I mean, remember a lot of people who drive these cars drive in Germany, where there is no speed limit, so 155, 160 miles an hour, this car's got to feel absolutely stable, and it certainly does, because I'm glad to say I've experienced it.
You've gone from working from Ford to working with Tata, a company in India, the oldest company in India, actually.
Yes, and you know, it's been around for over 100 years, and a huge portfolio of companies. I mean, enormous. And I don't know them all myself, but I was.
You do know Tetley Tea, though, and
of course, Tetley Tea and Chorus Steel, one of the biggest steel companies in the world, which was British Steel once upon a time. So yeah, I mean, they do have an enormous portfolio of companies, and then worth a lot as a business.
How different is it working with Ford than it is working with Tata on a designer level?
From a design point of view, well, you have to understand that when I go through the design process, we go through our own proposals. I mean, you know, to be fair with Ford, that lets us get on with life as it should be for Jaguar. An approval process, which could at times get quite complicated, you know, because there were different levels of management and board levels, and ultimately we wouldn't really get everything fully signed off until it was signed off by the board in Detroit, which is a greater sense of independence. And the psychology of that was quite interesting, because when you come out of a large corporation like Ford and then you suddenly find you're actually working on your own, which is effectively what Tata want us to do, you start taking on a completely different approach to how you work. You know, there is air beyond the essence of Jaguar and Land Rover to tell you what to do. And that takes a bit of adjusting. The Land Rover, who are very close to me, of course. And then the only person I really need to please is Mr. Tata himself. And we enjoy working with him. We spend a lot of time with him. Perhaps maybe once every month or 2 months he comes to see us, both Jerry McGovern and myself. And we talk about design.
Do you see... When you talk to Mr. Tata, do you get the sense that he wants to hold on to this company for a while?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can't talk for Land Rover because I don't talk about Land Rover. Certainly the impression I get from Jerry is the same, Jerry McGovern. But for Jaguar, absolutely, he wants to hold on to the company. He wants to make it very successful. He can see, now that he's got to know us a bit more, we're a year in now almost, and he can see the natural passion and determination we have in Jaguar. And he comes in and he looks at things and he says, yes, I really like that. And we've shown him what we're going to do for the next 2 or 3 years. And he's approved it. And he's suggested 1 or 2 detail changes, which we've adhered to, where we can, of course. Subtext F, we've got XFR now. We have new cars coming out in the foreseeable future. And I've been determined to push that even further still. And he's absolutely aligned with that.
Have you been to India now?
No, I haven't. He's invited me out there. Funny enough, we're actually putting in a brand new Jaguar Land Rover showroom in Mumbai, which is going to be a showpiece, and for obvious reasons. And we're working on that. And I'm working with that with our own people who are designing some of the stuff, which I look forward to. It's good fun. We're having a lot of fun. We really are.
We'll wait to see it in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Dean Callum, thank you very much.
Thank you.